Hey rookies, what's up? Welcome to this edition of the Bourbon Rookie, where today I am your cigar rookie once again. And forgive the band-aid on the face. I had a couple of things removed, blood blisters that have been lingering. You can see them in my old videos. And I got up early today, so I'm shot. Anyway, I'm getting into the Warped Cigars, and I've got three for this video that I want to highlight. And you've already probably seen the photo in the of these three in the intro. This is the this guy I'm probably going to start with, just because it's not in a in cellophane, and this is called the Warped Oso Blanco. Basically an Ecuadorian binder, Ecuadorian wrapper, Dominican and Nicaraguan mixed. Yeah. And then we're going to get to these other two. I'm going to give you the specs on these when I smoke them. Is the Robusto 5x50 Chinchille Robusto. Haven't smoked that one yet. Looking forward to getting into all three of these, basically. This one I have smoked, and it was pretty good. The Seleccion Domain 4546. This is 4.5 by 48. The wrapper on this just smells of honey and cream and a little bit of a spice, and the foot is basically the same. It's just a wonderful aroma on the wrapper. The construction is pretty good. It feels solid. I mean, they're saying this is a 6 by 48. I'll take their word for it. It looks a little thin for a 48, but I'm sure it's a 48. So we're gonna get outside and we're gonna light this up, and stay tuned. We'll be back. All right, so a couple things to report on the El Oso Blanco. I'm not even halfway into the cigar. I just went with a regular straight cut on with my scissor, and I had to kind of. The draw was way too tight. I saw a stem here, right where my finger is, and it troubled me a little bit because the draw is still very tight. I had to try to stick a tool in there to kind of aerate the cigar, and it didn't really work too well. But however, it is burning evenly. I got no cracks because of a tight draw. The flavor notes on this, there's not a lot to report. I mean, it started off almost like a Honey Nut Cheerio. It had that kind of vibe to it. The retrohale, basically the same, only we were getting a little bit more honey on the retrohale. The flavors are good. It's a very, regardless of the write-ups that I've seen, I read a few. The flavor on this is mild to medium. The strength is mild, at best so far. And again, because of the tight draw, it's forcing me to kind of sip the cigar. In other words, I can't really pull too much on it, or it will distort the flavors that I'm getting. There's a little bit of a lemongrass on the tip of my tongue. A little bit of a lemongrass profile that I'm getting at the end on the finish. And that's it. I don't really see it changing much, but we're going to keep going and we'll see. I mean, like I said, it's burning great. The ash is nice and white. And we'll see in a little bit and see. All right, so I'm at the end of my El Oso Blanco cigar, and I'm really having trouble wrapping up this review of the cigar, just because there were a lot of aspects of the cigar that I really liked. The construction was fabulous, packed with tobacco, and what I thought was a stem issue at the beginning. Really wasn't. It was just a tight draw. However, it burned. This is one of the few cigars I've had with a tight draw that just burned consistently, evenly. The ash was good. The retrohale was good. It's just, I wish it had just a little bit more of a bolder, more of a medium flavor profile. Little bit of that bitterness on the tongue, but it's not offensive at all. But construction and burn in and of itself isn't enough to carry the cigar to $18 a cigar. Now, hey, look, it almost took me 2 hours to smoke it. So if you want to look at it that way in terms of value, all right, but there's a lot better cigars out there for $18. So stay tuned for the other two. Next up is the Chinchille Robusto. 5x50, of course. Ecuadorian Habanero wrapper with Dominican binder and filler. And this goes for about 11 bucks. So without any further ado, let's get to light. So I went with a punch cut, and I'm nearing the end of my Warped Chinchille Robusto. Another cigar packed with a lot of tobacco. The construction was really good, other than like a little slit at the top here, at the cap, that I highlighted in a photo. And up until now, I had no burn issues. I don't know if that's a stem related thing, because it's right along probably a thicker stem, if you could see it there. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but when I lit the cigar and I started puffing on it, I started getting concerned, because I got heavy earth, like dirt, and then leather. And that went for about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I'm not a real lover of earth and leather unless there's something else to it, like some type of white pepper or spice. I wasn't getting anything. And right around the midway point, the halfway point of the cigar, it started to change, and you started to get some flavor progressions between like a toasted almond or a toasted peanut, whatever nut you want, a nutty profile, let's say, with a little bit of some sweetness, a little honey, and then it would transition back to earth, and then and leather, and then there was a little bit of a cedar profile. I was getting some pungent notes to it. And those flavors transition nicely in between each other, and the cigar became a lot more interesting. And in that regard, I like the complexity of the cigar. The palate feel, it's not heavy. On the tip of the tongue, you get that pungent, there's a little bit of a pungent, earthy note, followed by sweetness, by a pleasant sweetness on the mid portion of the tongue, so to speak. So, and I'm not trying to be like a friggin' cigar scientist here, but it was interesting. So for that aspect of the cigar, I do appreciate it. The flavors, and I only bought one cigar, or I don't even sure if I bought it or they gifted it to me, because I bought a 5-pack, something else. But as part of the Warped series, and these are new cigars for me to smoke, and I've had good experience with other Warped cigars, I was excited to kind of profile or highlight some of the cigars that I haven't tried. having said that, would I go back to this cigar? Probably not. I mean, it's $11 to $12.50, depending upon where you're at. Online, you get a good price on it. So the price point might, depending upon what market you're in, the price point could be persuasive. However, the two cigars, this one so far, a little disappointed. But I do like the medium to full complexity in the flavor changes. Strength, medium, I guess. I'm not really getting like a tobacco kick out of this that I would get from stronger cigars. If I had to rate this one, it'd be like an 85. I do like this one a little bit better than the other one that we started off the review with. And I did find when I started smoking this, I was nervous it was going to be a total dog. So I started looking up other reviews, and I found one from Half Wheel that I thought was spot on with everything that I was getting from the cigar and how I felt about it. So if you want to check out that, I'll put like a picture of it. And outside of this thing, I don't see any flavors really. I don't see it really changing anything where I need to update you. So stay tuned for part 3. So it's a good time to cut in here on my Warped KJG cigar, which it's fabulous. The construction on all 3 cigars, including this one, are fantastic. Packed with tobacco, no soft spots. There's a few, I don't know if you can see it. There's a few thick veins in there that I thought might be problematic, like right here, but we haven't gotten there yet. Anyway, the flavors are fantastic. It started off with some leather, earth, with a nice pepper finish, a little bit of a sweetness to it, which I couldn't place. But the more I kept pulling on the cigar, to this point, there was more of a little bit of a dark chocolate that was coming in, like a real dark chocolate, and a like a raisin note, to now where it is just smoothed out to a raisin honey note with some cream. And the retrohale, I'm getting a lot of that on the retrohale as well. So if you don't think the retrohale has a little bit to do with the flavors that you're getting and the experience on your palate, you would be wrong. But so far, so good. So I'm going to close out this 3-part review by saying we're coming into football season. So if you're going to be out with the guys at the cigar shop, or if you're going to buy online and you're going to be hosting at your house or whatever it is you're going to be doing, pay attention to Warped Cigars. This cigar was the best of the 3 by far, in my opinion. If you have followed some of my cigar reviews and you kind of follow my tasting notes, or you agree with, or however I'm trying to say it, then give the ones that I liked a shot, or give the ones that I didn't like a shot, and see how you feel about them. But there are a variety of Warped cigars that I have yet to try, but definitely pay attention to Warped. And if you see them locally or online, some are a little high priced, but for the ones that I've highlighted, go back. I've even did a review of the 1492, which I really liked a lot, and I've had the 1988, which I liked a lot. I think that was the cigar that got me started on Warped cigars. I don't think I did a review on that, but
down the road, I'm definitely going to be looking for some of the cigars that I haven't tried, like the Guardian of the Farm, and he even has a website, which I'm going to highlight here, that you can go on and buy exclusive Warped cigars that I don't think are released in brick and mortars. I think they're just exclusive to that website. So with that, bye for now. Stay frosty and give me a like and a subscribe, guys. We'll see you on the next review.